Apple Incorporated, they signed a multi-year agreement with the movie studio A24.
Has this ever happened to you? Do you sit on your couch at night, turn on your streaming device of choice and think, you know what? I just need more options. It's just Hulu, Amazon, HBO, Netflix, soon to be, what's it called? Disney Plus?
Disney Plus, they're still in the ball game.
It's like, it's just.
Well, they're not in the ball game yet, but like their bus is on the way to the park.
Yeah, we all know it's coming. And there's a lot, we all know that's going to be its whole thing.
And from what I can tell, they have like the 90s team from that Simpsons episode. They got just playing as ringers. Anyways, yep. No, but that's what I'm saying is like it's already such a crowded field. Like it's funny that you put it that way because whenever I turn Netflix on, when I turn Hulu on, like I'll spend 20 fucking minutes just sitting there just scrolling through stuff, trying to decide what to watch.
Exactly.
And whenever I finally decide on something to watch, I'm always just like, I should have picked this other thing.
You just end up watching Frasier, like Office, or something like that. And now
pretty soon, like it's gonna be like scrolling through your streaming service apps.
Okay, do I want to do Netflix? No, Netflix is that's everyone does Netflix. No. HBO Go. I've watched everything. Let's see. Now, yeah, I totally follow. It's like when the menu has too many items, and you're like, I really wish there was less on this menu, so I could just really find what I wanted quickly.
Yeah, but it's also like at the same time it's no small potatoes. Like A24 they're not like a major studio, they're like an indie darling studio, but they've put out some very notoriable stuff. Like most recently they put out Mid-90s, the Jonah Hill flick, which was quite a watch if you haven't seen it and it's still playing somewhere near you. I strongly recommend it. But they also put out Oscar winner Moonlight. They put out Bo Burnham's 8th Grade. They did Lady Bird, Ex Machina, The Disaster Artist, the movie about the making of The Room. Mm-hmm. Coincidentally enough, they also put out the Brie Larson Oscar winner, Room.
Yeah, so they're a studio that is synonymous with kind of critically acclaimed kind of indie darling movies.
Oh, for sure. Like the studio has won several Oscars at this point.
Yeah, and Moonlight was phenomenal. We all saw that together. It was a good one.
And yeah, like so that's nothing to mess around with. Like, of course, the studio is going to be producing movies, and we can expect TV series. Mm-hmm. And it's going to go. From what I've heard, it's going to go through the same. Like if you have Apple Music on your phone, if you have an iPhone, if you have Apple Music, or if you just do Apple Music through like whatever device you have, like it's going to be the same kind of service. If you have Apple Music, then you've got this.
Okay, I gotcha. So it's just going to be added on to their other services they already provide. But now they're in the streaming game. That's the whole thing. They're going to be streaming stuff now. It's not just like buying a video, because you've been able to buy movies off iTunes, right, for a long time since it first came out.
Yeah, that's not new.
But this is going to be like streaming. You pay and you get this service and you can watch all these movies.
But they're following the current trends of just dumping an awful lot of money into original content. Like Netflix is just, as people keep, like, I feel like it's a new story every single year. People just go on about, oh my God, can you believe how much Netflix is spending on new content? And then the next year they spend even more.
Yeah.
And the sky keeps going up.
And everyone's following their model. Amazon is trying to get, and Hulu, they're both trying to get original content associated with their name. And even before, not before, but like HBO has also been, they weren't streaming. They were obviously a channel before they got into the streaming game, but they have.
Well, they realized what they had to do.
Yeah. And they're champions of original content too.
Well, I mean, in terms of critical acclaim, for sure. I mean, like this past year at the Emmys, that was the first time that anybody had won more awards than HBO had in a couple of years, and it was Netflix, mind you. And not a single one of those went to BoJack Horseman. Can you believe it?
That is disappointing.
A travesty.
Why is it? Wow, it's too. It's not appreciated. It's too ahead of its time.
I mean,
people are going to say that. We can't talk about BoJack, or this whole thing will just solve right before our eyes.
It will, but BoJack and stuff like BoJack is the shining star of what is possible if you do streaming right. Mm-hmm. And with a studio like A24, I mean, we don't have anything announced, like, because we don't know when this service is going to be available. We only just found out more about Disney's new streaming service. We only just found out recently that it was going to be called Disney Plus,
Oh yeah.
and there's still no definitive release date or price set. We just know it's coming next year sometime.
Parents will have to buy it.
Oh yeah,
They won't
parents are
have
going
a
to have
choice.
to. And then of course, that's why they bought Fox. Of course it is, because they want that catalog too. But now with Apple getting into the game and with the studio as capable, I guess I would say, as A24, it's just who knows what they're going to be thrown into the ring to compete.
And this is like kind of the best problem to have, but it kind of goes back to what we were saying at the very beginning and we were talking about this subject. Because the studio is so good, I'm pretty confident they're going to be coming out with content you would want to see. You know, like it's going to be stuff people are going to be like, oh, they're doing this new show through Apple's streaming. You got to check it out, yada, yada, yada. It's going to become a new thing. And that's just going to be another show on my list of like 15 shows I have to catch up on that are all amazing.
Because I don't have enough of those right now.
Because I don't have enough of that stuff I need
still
to catch
haven't
up
watched
on.
Barry.
I just
still haven't watched Barry.
I just keep rewatching Predator 2. I can't
man.
get to these things right now.
One day we will talk about that movie proper.
Ugh. That's another movie that's ahead of its time.
Yeah, literally, it takes place in the future. Well, in terms of when the movie's made. But anyways, I think that's going to about cover it for us, right?
Yeah, we're just going to be
set it-
stressed out about streaming. It's going to be called Stream Stress.
Yeah, seriously. Like, because there's not enough things to be stressed out. I'm so damn stressed.